Welcome back, everybody, to the neighborhood. We have a special bonus segment tonight. We have someone, we haven't talked about the Harvest Group here on the show yet.
Oh,
we
okay.
haven't yet talked about it, but we are members of a professional group, coaching group called The Harvest. And I have Ann Casey here tonight with us for the first time meeting. How you doing, Ann?
Nice to see you.
Nice, welcome to the neighborhood. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and what brings you around the neighborhood.
Yeah, sure. So as Jim said, my name is Ann Casey. I am with Currency Trade System. I am a day trader of currencies, commodities, indexes, and cryptocurrencies. And so if you're not familiar with the term day trading, what that means is I buy and sell quickly. So most of my trades close within usually about 5 minutes. So I'm in and out quickly. I can make money on the way up, exactly,
Yep.
and money on the way down. I do represent the education program that I came through to learn how to do this. And so that's really what I'm out promoting is if people want to take a look at a way to make more money, there's an education opportunity here. We do offer a trial program where people can test it out, see what it's like, and make a decision before they go into education. So that's professional, and then personal, I have 2 fabulous daughters.
Awesome.
They're 20 and 18 years old, and focus of my life, they're fantastic.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. So from a business standpoint, when you first heard about crypto, what was your impression then to now?
That's a really good question. Nobody asked me that. I think everybody had the same experience initially, like, what is this? What's going on?
I'm still, honestly, I'm still a little hesitant. Like, yeah, I don't really know. You're buying this thing that nobody knows where it is and nobody can trace it. And supposedly it's the most secure thing in the world. But if somebody hacks it, you're gone. And if you lose your password, you're beat. So,
Is that any
scares
different
me.
than like your bank account or your credit card?
no.
Right.
But that's my thing. Well, there's a little bit of a difference because if the bank gets hacked, I can talk to the bank. If your crypto wallet gets hacked, who do you talk to?
Right, and that is, I get it, that is a concern, and that's why crypto wallets, that's why there's a lot of recommendations
Sure.
about how to keep it super secure and how to navigate that. But what a lot of people are kind of freaked out is, it's like, it's not real money. None of it's real money
Nothing's
except for
real
the
money.
dollar bills that we have in our pocket.
And even that ain't
that's
real
just
money.
a piece of paper.
Right. The only thing I know that's real money is the gold bars or the silver coins that you have that has a
Bingo.
tangible asset.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, that's some Ponzi scheme stuff. That's not real. But now, I mean, listen, anything that you can buy and sell and make money at, like the NFTs and everything that people are talking about, my childhood was Pete Rose rookie cards and Mike Schmidt rookie cards.
Yep.
And there was nothing crazier or more ridiculous than paying $1,400 for a piece of cardboard. So
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get where it's coming from. It's just it's a new and changing thing, and of course, at least the people that I'm contemporaries with are not really good with change. You know.
I agree, and I think that's a challenge for most people, is this new thing, and I don't really get it, and I'm comfortable with the stuff that I've always done. But I think now the world is changing so much faster than it did when we were growing up. Like, young people probably don't think anything about the
Not at
pace
all.
and how things change,
Yeah.
but for us in our age group, I know you're younger than I am, but similar age group,
Not much younger than
oh, we've talked about
you. Yeah.
this, right?
No, I'm not that much younger than you.
Do we want to admit it on
Yeah,
here?
I'll be 50 in a couple weeks.
Okay, I'm
Couple months.
53.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah,
was
so- yeah.
floored that you were that age, because I don't think you look that age.
It's the Irish skin, you know what I mean? It gives you the baby face. If I shave my beard, I would probably get carded.
So the young people, they are comfortable with the pace
Right.
that things move. Like my kids process things like this because they're used to it. And for us, it's kind of like, hold up a little bit. I got to take a little bit of time with this. But I would encourage anybody, because things are only going to get faster and faster and faster, to try to keep up and read a lot and be knowledgeable about what's going on and the things that are coming up. Doesn't mean you have to get into crypto or get into NFTs, but just be knowledgeable around
Yeah,
it.
yeah. What was the first crypto coin you bought?
Doge.
Okay. All right.
Which is kind of funny, right? Because it's it was the joke
Mhm.
initially, and it's a great story because it was based on my daughter who was 16 or 15 at the time, and I had not bought any crypto yet and didn't really feel comfortable around it. And she was like, "You got to buy this thing, Doge," and I'm like, "Doge? What is this? What's going on?" And she was like, "Mom, just trust me, just do it," and I did. And, you know, of course, we all know what happened with that.
Sure.
And so I made a really nice profit with it. She also got in on the whole, it was AMC and
The mega stocks that we're going through.
yeah,
Yeah.
through like the Reddit stuff and everything. She got in on all that. Now that I did not get in on. But you know, she had her finger on the pulse of things that I didn't know was happening.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, the young people are really valuable in
Absolutely.
getting information for us.
Absolutely. Are you doing TikTok?
No, are you?
Yeah. Come on.
I'm
Actually, my 16-year-old daughter is walking around here because I hired her to do my TikTok stuff so she can do it, because I don't really know. Cole, our marketing director here, is 24 years old. He knows TikTok. That's why we have him as a marketing guy, because the stuff that I know is good for my contemporaries, but you know,
not the young people.
Not the young people.
Yeah.
There's a very soon time, a very near future, where people are going to be advertising on nothing but Reels and TikTok, and they're going to be buying property with crypto and NFTs. And if we don't learn it ahead of time, we'll either suffer or we'll pay a premium for it because we didn't learn.
I agree. I keep saying that I need to get on TikTok. I watch it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll watch and laugh, and I think it's hysterical. But marketing for my business,
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet. But my young one, the 18-year-old, she's leaving this summer. So if I'm going to do it, I got to do it before
Yeah.
she goes. Otherwise, I'm going to come in here and steal coal away from you.
There you
And-
go. You can come in and use Cole as a resource whenever you need. We're Harvest family.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
So what's the craziest crypto story that you've heard from any of your contemporaries, as far as, you know?
So the one of the two founders of my company, Matt Poole, he started with a $10,000 investment in Doge.
Okay.
And he was using our indicators that we use to buy and sell. And he was saying to a lot of people that were in his circle, like, this thing's going to move. Like, I am seeing it. It's tracking that way. People weren't believing him. And so he said, all right, if I can make enough money to buy a Lamborghini, including the taxes, I'm going to do it. Like, kind of as a,
Sure.
like, I'll show you to his friends. He started with a $10,000 investment and then leveled in at other places. Ended up making $445,000
Nice.
in, I can't recall the time period exactly, but months.
Yeah, not a long period of time.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Using the indicators that we teach people how to use. So, you know, that's a great story, and his Lambo's great and all that.
Nice.
He actually told me later, he said, you know, it's not really as much fun as you would think it would
No.
be. He's like, you know, where are you going to park and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, he got to
You won the
keep
bet?
to the bet
Uh-huh.
and, you know, be a little showy about his
Sure.
wins. But, you know, that's one of the ways that we use our indicators is for looking for those long-term runs. Now, most of what I do personally is in and out quickly. Like I said, I'm a day trader, but with crypto, there is longer term opportunities.
So I'm a total crypto novice. I have a couple of coins I don't want to talk about. But my thought process is, when I look at everything, Bitcoin is, of course, the king of all kings. But every time I look at anything that I see on crypto, it's always based in Ethereum. When you're looking at you're buying something, you're looking at what you're trying to do, when you're going to trade something, when you're buying NFTs, it's got to be through Ethereum. So my thought process is, if everybody's basing everything on Ethereum, I would assume that eventually Ethereum would have to be as valuable as Bitcoin, because that's what everybody needs to trade. No?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean, they behave pretty similarly to each other. So, you know, for one to catch up to the other, I don't know that that's going to happen. But I do feel as though if you're in a buy and hold position,
Right.
long term,
10, 15 years from now, I got $100,000 to buy Bitcoin or $100,000 to buy Ethereum. Which one would I buy?
oh my gosh, I'd have to pull up the charts and really
Come
take a
on.
look.
Just go from the gut. What would you say?
Oh.
I mean, I look at it like anything else. It's the same reason I buy silver instead of gold. You can buy, you know, Ethereum's about roughly $3,000. So you can buy, you know, 33 coins versus 1 1/4. So I would always think that the appreciation would be more on that, but I could.
Not necessarily, just because
Right.
something is lower priced. I mean, it's percentages, you know, either one could go up 1,000%, which is what you want.
Sure.
You know,
Do you
probably.
well, actually, do you think Bitcoin could go up 1,000% from where it's at right now, $53,000, to be, you know,
And he's recording this.
$1 million?
You said.
Shh, you didn't know you were coming to get on the hot seat.
Damn, it is getting a little. I would say that with crypto, because it is, you know, we're still in the infancy.
Sure. It could be anything.
It could be anything,
nothing
really.
in 5 years, or it could be the whole wide world, and,
Yeah.
and the dollar could be gone.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
don't
really
bet the farm.
Never.
But you know, if you have $10,000 sitting around that you're like, yeah, I really don't need it, and if I lost it, it wouldn't hurt me. Go ahead into one of the.
There's really no
things.
difference between that and if you have $10,000 in the stock market. I mean, it's all relative. You know.
Except for a lot of people would say the stock market is just about to.
Yeah.
You know, that will have an impact
Sure.
on crypto as well, but it's going to be. It'll be different. There will be people getting into crypto. There's kind of the people that get into gold when the stock market takes a dive. There will be people getting into crypto when the stock market takes a dive. And I mean, most people think it's coming.
Yeah, yeah. And so I heard a little bit of rumors all the time. You see stories about somehow, some way, the government is going to try and regulate crypto.
Don't you think?
Well,
like, doesn't that make sense because they have to get their hands into everything?
The bully always wants to be in control,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and if you're, you know, the whole philosophy, the mafia, the mob, whatever, if somebody's around there making money, somebody wants their hand in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the government is the bully. So I would say yes, but it seems like the people that are in on that kind of stuff have a way to screw them over and circumvent them, and they'll do things like the AMC and the other stuff where when a hedge fund goes in there to go and hurt somebody, they'll tank them. They'll know exactly what they need to do to bankrupt some rich people. And I think that if they try to overstep their boundaries, I think this will be one of the ways that we can power to the people revolution against the big bankers. I think
You and I speak the same language,
think so.
don't we?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping so anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be a really
Power
cool
to the
thing.
people. I
Yeah.
actually say it all the time. Like, when is our time?
Yeah. Yeah.
I talk about the middle 80%. Like, there's the 10% over here that I don't get and the 10% over here that I don't get, but the middle 80,
Right.
like, we should all be in it together.
Yeah. And we are powerful if we stay together and
Yeah, we are.
and work it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
All right. Personal question.
Yep.
that I ask one question every time.
Okay.
Okay. You win $1 million tomorrow. What do you spend it on?
Ooh, $1 million tomorrow. I have almost always had a beach house in my life, and I don't have one right now.
Okay.
And so I'm so jonesing getting a beach house back.
Okay.
And, you know, there's a lot of good that we could be doing in the world.
Sure.
So, you know, there are certainly charities that I would love to support at a higher level.
With what's left over
if
after
I
the
had.
beach house.
After the beach, which,
Right, after the beach
$1 million,
house.
how much is left over? Like, come on, it's the Jersey Shore.
It depends what shore you're at. Yeah, you know, definitely.
Yeah.
Wildwood, you get a beach house for,
That's true.
you know.
That's
Nice.
true. Well, you're not seeing the beach house that's in
No,
my mind,
you
though,
might
too.
have a different beach house than me.
Yeah,
Right,
it's pretty
right.
sweet.
Awesome. And thanks for coming to the neighborhood.
Thanks for having me,
Awesome.
Jim.
Great talking. And if the people want to get in touch with you, ask you some questions, give them your information so they can give you a call or give you an email.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Anne, A-N-N-E, at currencytradesystem.com. And I'll put up my cell phone number. You're welcome to call me or text me. I'm very accessible. 609-471-3655.
Thanks for coming on. See you guys next week.